John Calvin on Psalm 37 verses 1 through 15. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger, and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow, to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Trust in the Lord and do good. It is not without good reason that the psalmist begins with the doctrine of faith or trust in God. For there is nothing more difficult for men to preserve their minds in a state of peace and tranquility, undisturbed by any disquieting fears, whilst they are in this world, which is subject to so many changes. Delight yourself in the Lord. We must constantly recall to our minds this truth, that it can never be well with us except in so far as God is gracious to us, so that the joy we derive from his paternal favor towards us may surpass all the pleasures of the world. To this injunction a promise is added, that if we are satisfied in the enjoyment of God alone, he will liberally bestow upon us all that we shall desire. He will give you the desires of your heart. This does not imply that the godly immediately obtain whatever their fancy may suggest to them, nor would it be for their profit that God should grant them all their vain desires. The meaning simply is that if we stay our minds wholly upon God, instead of allowing our imaginations, like others, to roam after idle and frivolous fancies, all other things will be bestowed upon us in due season. But the meek will inherit the land and enjoy great peace. The psalmist means the godly shall live in such a manner as that the blessing of God shall follow them even to the grave. The possession of the earth is not always realized to the children of God, because it is the will of the Lord that they should live as strangers and pilgrims in it. Neither does he permit them to have any fixed abode in it, but rather tries them with frequent troubles, that they may desire with greater alacrity the everlasting dwelling place of heaven. The flesh is always seeking to build its nest forever here, and were we not tossed hither and thither, and not suffered to rest, we would by and by forget heaven and the everlasting inheritance. Yet, in the midst of this disquietude, the possession of the earth, of which David here speaks, is not taken away from the children of God, for they know most certainly that they are the rightful heirs of the world. Hence it is that they eat their bread with a quiet conscience, and although they suffer want, yet God provides for their necessities in due season.